So what is up everyone, and today I'm just here with a video letting you know about something that is really important going on in my life right now. So to begin with, I'll just introduce the gameplay. This is a game of domination on Meltdown. I do end up going, I think it's 62 for 0, or it might be 64. I think it's 62, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a great game, a flawless game of domination. I do go pretty hard with my kill streaks. I mean, I go for, I think, VSAT, Lodestar and VTOL, and I get 2 of each, well, a third. I end up getting a third Lodestar. But yeah, I do go pretty ham with my score streaks. That's what gets me the majority of the kills. Bit of a shame I didn't end up getting a nuclear, but still it was a very good match. So yeah, let me just get straight into this commentary. Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter, you guys would know that I currently have an apprenticeship with Google. Now, Google is a massive worldwide company, and they are really hard to get into. Normally, they would only take in people who have gone to uni, got their degrees, you know, they've done their however many years, they've got their bachelor's degrees, they've got their master degrees. So yeah, they pretty much only take interns like that. Now, why, you know, how lucky am I to get into Google? Like, what did I have to do? A lot of you have been asking me on Twitter, like, how have you managed to get an apprenticeship with Google? Like, you work at Google, how have you managed that? Or as Mr. Baxter says, he says, how many dicks did I have to suck to get into Google? Now, the truth is, I didn't have to suck any dick. I don't know if Baxter's into that sort of thing. But yeah, that's not what I do to get my jobs. So yeah, basically, I'll start with the full story. Okay, so I left college in June or July. I think that was when my exams finished. And at that time, I still worked part-time at Morrison's. Now, after that, I carried on working in Morrison's for at least a few months. It was October, and I applied for an apprenticeship. Now, this apprenticeship was in creative and digital media. It's quite a small sector. It's quite unknown. Not many people know about the creative and digital media sector. So it was just something that it sounded really interesting. It's all about digital, so it's all about, you know, video, pictures, and all that to do with marketing. Now, when I applied for it, I put down my details. I put down like my GCSEs, my A-levels, and I also put down my YouTube channel. And I think that is one of the main things that secured me my apprenticeship, because they liked it. They were like, oh, okay, he obviously has creative sense about him because he manages to do YouTube, even though it's, you know, gaming and it may not be as creative as, you know, some other parts of YouTube. But yeah, they still loved it. They were like, oh, okay, how many subs have you got? And I was like, I think at the time I might have had 12 or 14,000, I'm not quite sure. And they were like, damn, that's a lot, you know. I think I'd had 1 million views as well by then, so they were impressed. And yeah, basically I applied for that and I managed to get that, and that was in October. I started in November, and I was there for a good 3-4 months. It came to February, and I was really unhappy. The job I was doing, I was working for a sport. It was called the Sports Development Network, and it was basically they were doing golf. Well, no, they had a lot of businesses. They had a lot of things going on, but I was assigned to the golf part, which was creating a golf YouTube channel for a load of golf teaching tutorial videos, as well as like a website and all that. And the reason they wanted me was because of YouTube, because they were trying to set up a YouTube channel. And the only bad thing about it was I have no interest in sport or golf. I gave up on sport, like caring about, say, football and that, years and years ago. So getting put with a sport development network, I was a bit like, okay, is this really something I'm going to find interesting? But I gave it a go, and it got to the point where I had nothing to do. I was literally sat there for days not doing anything because the people there were just not giving me work, and I wasn't going to complain. Like, I got to the point where I was bored of doing nothing. Like, I got to the point where I was sat there for days not doing anything, so it was very boring. And yeah, I wasn't going to complain and be like, can you give me some work? You know, I was getting paid pretty much to sit on Twitter and that, so I didn't really mind that. But yeah, I got bored, and I didn't really see myself being there for another year, and like, because they do offer you jobs after that year, so I didn't really see myself like staying on. So when I heard that the people running my apprenticeship, they're known as Agilicis Arch, so I'll refer to them as Arch in this video. Yeah, when Arch were advertising apprenticeships with Google, of course I was going to be like, Google, you've got apprenticeships with Google. And instantly, like, caught my eye, and I was like, I have to apply. Now, normally, the apprenticeship I'm on, they said that the ages is 16 to 18. That's when the government fund it, because it's all government funded, blah, blah, blah. And basically, they said I wouldn't be able to apply for Google because I was 19. Now this made me think, wow, okay, I'm not allowed to do it because I'm a year older, and I just felt like, great, you know, this is a great opportunity and I'm going to miss it. But I applied anyway because they did let me apply, you know, so I sent off all my details again, including the YouTube channel. And they turned around and eventually, after, you know, talking to several people, they eventually said, you know what, you can go for an assessment day. So it wasn't like it was just handed to me. I had to go and sit through another interview to get it. So basically, I went to an assessment day where you had to do various things, think of a product idea, how you'd pitch it, how you'd market it, and then it came to like interviews of like hobbies and stuff. And everyone I mentioned the YouTube channel to, they were impressed. Everyone was like, oh wow, okay, that's good, and stuff like that, and thought, okay, we could, you know, I'm young, I obviously know about technology, I obviously know like about that sort of, because video is a popular place for marketing, like people want to try and get to digital content, so video is something that they want. So if I'm knowledgeable in the YouTube video area, that was something they looked at and they were thinking that was a good thing I had. But, okay, I've spent about 6 minutes just talking about before Google. So, yeah, okay. Basically, I applied, I got the assessment day, I sat through it. They were only taking 10 people. And I think out of 10 people, well, no, 600 people applied. That is a huge number. I think the first apprenticeship I was on, I think it was like 200 people applied. And I was like, wow, okay, 200, I'm lucky. I think there was 13 of us got hired. But, yeah, this Google apprenticeship, 600 people. Now, I was so lucky to get it. I was over the moon. Now, moving on to what I'll be doing at Google, let me just ask you this. When you're on the internet, where do the majority of you search? Google. Now, with Google, that means they have access to all the analytics, all the data when it comes to marketing. Now, for me, I'm going to be working with apparel brands. So that's people from like H&M, from Top Man to stuff like Ralph Lauren, Burberry and all that. So it's quite a vast variety of different clothing brands. So basically I'm going to be looking at AdWords and stuff, and that means looking at the data that Google has for, say, Topshop. Now I'm using Topshop as an example because I'm actually doing something with Topshop on Monday. So I'll use them as an example. I would go in and look at Topshop's analytics and AdWords accounts and have a look when people tend to search for Topshop, what search terms come up when people click on Topshop ads, and then from that advise Topshop on what they should do to help get more clicks on their ads, more conversions, which is people buying products, etc. So yeah, this is, you know, this could lead on to quite a lot. I could move from the apparel section to like the technology section and all that sort of stuff. Another thing I'm happy with is a lot goes on at Google. You walk around and there is tons of things going on. So it is very unlikely that I'll be doing the same thing each and every day. The prospects I have after this year, if it all goes well, and what Google want, this is the outcome they want after this year, is they want all of us to get hired. They want us all to get permanent jobs. Now, the difficult thing about that is they normally only take people with degrees, like I said. So we would have to go move over to Dublin for a year or two while we're there at their sort of training headquarters. So it'd still be doing work, but it's not as, I don't know, it's more of a training area. That's where everyone tends to go before they become, you know, go back to, say, the London headquarters or the headquarters in Spain and stuff. So yeah, basically I would have to go to Dublin if all goes well, which would be great, and I really hope that this year does go well. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of the video. I have mumbled on quite a lot. I've probably missed some things out, but basically what I'll probably do in a few weeks time is I'll probably do another video letting you know what sort of tasks I've done, what sort of things are coming up. Like, I can't tell you confidential stuff obviously, but yeah, what sort of things are going on, and yeah, so I'll make sure to do that. I won't be able to do it for at least a few weeks once I know, you know, get into position, once I'm settled down, because I've only been here a week, so I'm not overly, you know, I'm not 100% sure on what I'll actually be doing for the next, say, month, but once I find out, I'll probably do a video just to keep you guys informed of what's going on. Also, I would definitely I've mentioned this before, definitely recommend you follow me on Twitter. This is where I talk a lot about Google and like my day-to-day there. And as Jake, he says, you know, he says I constantly talk about it. And yeah, because it's just I'm really happy about it, and I just want to share it with everyone. So I definitely recommend you do follow me on Twitter, because I've tweeted a few pictures of the Google office and you will be amazed. I'm also hoping that I can get permission. I'm going to email a few people on Monday. I'm going to try and get permission to do a vlog style video where I walk through the office, just so you guys can have a little look, as long as, you know, they let me and it's not like against the rules. I've definitely got to try and find out. I think if you should take anything away from this video, anything helpful, I think it would be, don't underestimate how much your YouTube channels could get you. I mean, if you put the effort into your YouTube, you don't know how, you don't know who will think, wow, okay, this person has shown this skill, this person has done this. You don't know how far your YouTube channel could get you. I didn't think that mine would help me secure a job with Google. I never would have thought that. So I just want to say, don't give up on your YouTube channel. Keep working on it. And actually be proud of it. If you actually use it when you say apply for a creative sort of job, actually use your YouTube channel to, show how much you've done. Even if you've got a little amount of subs, I think any amount of subs, it will show you've got dedication and you have the skill to do something creative like that. Okay, so I'm basically going to bring this video to a close. I've been mumbling on for far too long, longer than I anticipated. So basically, guys, if you could leave a like on this video, it would be great. It really does show your support. And also subscribe if you haven't already, so you do see if I do upload some videos from Google, you'll be able to see those. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you all on my next video.